Hi, this is Jeff from Colorado Mountain Labradoodles. This is our second week now, so we're going to be going over some new things that we're going to be doing with Kiva that you can do with your pups. Last week we went over about 8 different commands. And additionally, we're going to be going over recall, which I should have done last week and I didn't. And we'll also be talking about loose leash really quickly, okay? But for starters now, for this week, we're going to do leave it, put your toys away, crawl, hide and seek, and stay. So we're going to be working on those things. So as for leave it, you're going to have a treat in your hand for starting. And with that treat in your hand, you're going to let your pup smell it. And when your pup smells the treat, you're just going to leave it there. When she turns away, then we're going to click and give the treat. So click and give the treat because she knows that now she's going to get the idea that she doesn't get it until she turns away from it, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it'll happen. They're going to lose interest. Okay. Now once you've done this, and you've been successful with this 5, 6, 7 reps, then you can go ahead and give it a name. So we got the treat, leave it. Kiva, leave it. Once she pulls away from the treat, click and give it to her. So try that again. You have the treat. Now you're going to have it in a closed hand initially, then you're going to open your hand. Leave it. Okay. Now have the treat in your open hand. If she goes for the treat, just close your hand. Your open hand, leave it. Kiva, leave it. And then give her the treat. So this is just a progression. This is probably not going to all happen in just one day for you or just one training session. This is going to be a progressive thing. So over maybe a couple days. Leave it. All right, now we're going to move to the treat on the ground. We're going to have our hand on the treat, ready to cover the treat up in case she does go for it, okay? Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. There you go. Okay, and if she doesn't go for the treat, then go ahead and click and pick the treat up and give it to her. Don't let her take the treat off the floor. And you can also use this if she has something in her mouth. Leave it so you have the tug toy and she's playing with it. Tell her to leave it. When she lets go, click and treat. That way she gets the idea of not only, hey, I don't pick things up, but when I say leave it, if it's in my mouth, I want to get rid of it. So that's what you can work on that this week. Now, the next one is stay. So what we're going to do with stay is we're going to put the puppet at a sit or down. Kiva, sit. Good girl. Stay. Now, once you tell her to stay, walk a couple feet away and then directly back. Click and give her the treat as long as she's still sitting. If she's not sitting, walk back to her, put her to sit. Now, you're going to increase the time that you leave her at a stay. Okay, so you want to, or even if she's down here. So we'll leave her down and we'll do a stay. Kiva, stay. And we're going to walk away and you're going to gradually increase the distance that you walk away, gradually increase the time. If she doesn't stay in the time that you have given her, she's coming back, then take it back a couple steps and don't stay away from her as long. Now walk forward, click, good girl, and then give her the treat. Okay, so this is what we're going to use when we play hide and seek with her. And getting her longer stays without her even being able to see you is good when it's useful when you're playing hide and seek. So she gets more adept at being able to stay. So now we're going to do stand. Kiva, sit. So we're going to start from a sit, and then we're going to have her stand. So I'm going to take the treat. Kiva, sit. Sit. Come on. Good girl, good girl. Stand. And for a stand, I'm going to bring the treat down, and I'm going to put my hand up under, and then she'll stand. When she does, click and give her the treat. So you're just kind of pushing up on her just a little bit with your hand. Kiva, stand, stand, stand. Good girl. And you're going to continue that. You just want to stay on the floor, don't you? Okay, so continue that until all you have to do is you just have your hand. You just lower your hand down, tell her to stand. Whatever cue you want to give her, or an actual visual cue you want to give her, use that. Now we're going to do crawl. With crawl is, you're going to take a treat, you're going to lure this. So you take a treat when she's in a down position, and you're just going to have it just inches from her face. What you want to do is just get one paw to move forward. Once you get a paw to move forward, just a little bit, just click and give her the treat. Do that for a while until she's, you know, doing it comfortably. And then you're going to, without a treat, so we'll put this treat away. Without a treat, then you're going to start tapping on the floor and getting her to crawl. So click and give her the treat. Now for the next progression, what we're going to do is we're going to stand up and we're going to tap with our foot and our hand together, because we're going to kind of transfer that cue now over to our foot. And then we're going to give her the command to crawl, okay? Kiva, crawl, crawl, crawl. Good girl. Good girl. And that's how you're going to progress through those steps. It's going to be a gradual progression through that in order to get her to crawl. So a couple things we're going to talk about. So recall. So in order to start building her recall, if you have two people, if you get in a hallway or separate yourselves 10, 15, 20 feet, have a treat, each person have treats, and you want to call her name, get her to come to you. Once she comes to you, lots of praise, give her the treat, and then you want to stand up and don't even want to look at her, and then have the other person start calling her. Once she gets there, treat, same thing, and you want to repeat that back and forth. Now, for the loose leash, what you're going to do is you're going to start in your house, an area that isn't there's hardly any distraction, and you want her to walk on your left side, and you're going to take her on your left side, and as long as she's in that area right back on your left side, then you want to treat her. Every time she looks up at you, go ahead and give her a treat. And then if she goes out to the extension of her leash and she's pulling on the collar, stop and don't go any further. Once she comes back and relieves that tension on the leash, click and treat. You actually don't even have to use a clicker for that. So that's how you want to start with the loose leash walking. And you want to do that every time. And when you're going out at a park or wherever you happen to be, do that with loose leash and continue that. And then after a while, it'll become second nature. Now, the other thing about the clicker is you don't have to use a clicker. You can use a word as your bridge. I just like to use the clicker, but after a while, like on our dog Bay, I won't use the clicker anymore. Once I have him trained where I want him trained, he doesn't need the clicker, so I don't use it. But just like not too long ago, I decided I wanted to train him to do some other things. I wanted to train him to do scent work and to bark when he finds something. Now earlier he had been trained not to bark at all, but now I want him to bark. So in order to do that, we use the clicker, and I use certain different stimuluses to get him to bark, which for him was a whistle. And he would bark, click, I gave him a treat. Now when he finds the scent that he's looking for, he'll bark and give an alert. That's how he gives alert that he's found the scent that he's looking for. So that's what we're training him as. And I just brought the clicker back in, and with the clicker it makes it a lot easier, because he knows that at that point when that clicker sounds, that's what I want him to do. And it doesn't take long for him to put all that together. And that'll be the same with your puppy. And you'll find that your puppy, once they see the clicker come out, once they see the treat bag, they get really excited, and they love to train. Little Kiva, she loves training. She gets really super excited when we're ready to train, and it's something that she looks forward to, and I look forward to as well. Okay, now we're going to be teaching Kiva to put her toys away. So we're starting out with a box this big with Kiva, but we probably shouldn't. So really, usually what I use is just the lid of a box. And I'll have them target that lid. And when they bring it to me and they're on the lid, I have them leave it. Now she's been doing okay with this size of box here, and so we're going to keep working with this box right now. I've got a couple toys here we're going to use, and she's pretty excited by this. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Come on, Kiva. Leave it. Good girl. Good girl. And we're going to do this for a few reps with each one. Hey. Come on. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Good girl. Here you go. Come on, Kiva. Come on. Leave it. Kiva, leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Here you go. Now later on when she gets better at this, we're going to go ahead and give it a name. Kiva. Come on, Kiva. Leave it. Good girl. So now she's just getting the idea that I want her to put the toys in the box. Later on, we'll give it a name, and I'll tell her to put her toys away, and I'll start using multiple toys. So what I'll do is I'll just start increasing the criteria. But for right now, that's all we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna do hide and seek now. Now we're gonna put Kiva at a sit and a stay. Come here, Kiva. Kiva, come here. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come here, right here. Come on. Sit. Stay. We're going to put her to stay, and then we're going to slowly back up just to make sure she doesn't break her stay. And we're going to go out of her sight. And then I'll give her the release word. Stay. Okay, Kiva, come find me. Good girl, Kiva. And we're going to do that. We'll keep doing those reps like that. We're going to make it longer and longer for her, and we'll make it harder and harder for her to find us. But that really works on her stay and the length of her stay. Do a couple reps with this hide and seek so you can build on her stay for length of time, duration, and with you out of sight. So we're just going to do it one more time. Stay. I'll make sure she doesn't break her stay, and then I'll give her her release word. Okay, come find me, Kiva. Good girl, Kiva. Good girl. Okay.